Hello, PCN. I am Silverwolf20, and we have one of the directors with us here today. Introduce yourself, good sir.
Hey everybody, it's Wolfie XP here, the one and only viewer.
Why don't you explain to them what we're doing right now?
Okay, me and Silver.
Me and Wolf.
Yeah, me and Silver have just made ourselves two lists of the top 10, should I
Five.
say? Two lists, actually, of the top 5 characters we want for the next Super Smash Bros. Game. One of the lists is the top 5 Nintendo characters we want, and the other list is the top 5 non-Nintendo characters we want in the game, or the next game. Yeah. And now we're gonna compare those two lists. We don't know each other's lists, so...
Why don't you start with your number 5 Nintendo character?
Okay, number 5 Nintendo character, okay? Number 5 is Waluigi. I'm sure you saw that one coming.
Okay,
Yes.
why Waluigi?
Well, I don't know it. You probably know that he's an assist trophy in Brawl. And
Yep.
you can see like his move when he stomp your enemy onto the ground.
Mm-hmm.
I thought that'd be a pretty cool move, like he have big feet and do a lot of feet attack and stomping, and plus he's not really in much games. He was in Mario Kart Wii, I know. He was not in Mario Kart 7, and I don't know if for sure, but I don't think he have his own game. Even Wario and Luigi have his own game, but I don't think he have it. So he deserves some credit, and he's pretty much like Luigi is. He doesn't.
Rival.
He'd be a pretty good fighter, you know, with his feet, doing a lot of feet attack and...
Alright, my number 5 Nintendo character, while technically not a Nintendo character, has only appeared in one Nintendo game to date. I think we all know who this is, and I basically put him here just to get him out of the way, since everyone's basically saying they want him. Geno from Super Mario RPG, Legend of the Seven Stars. Main reason why I think he would make a good Smash Brothers character is because of all of his different special type moves that he has. You can see some interesting combinations with him there, and because he's just so damn popular, it's kind of hard not to add him into a list, but I only see him as a number 5 for me personally, since I don't really care much for him, but a lot of people do, so there you go. What is your number 4? Of course you never heard of him, you're a kid.
I never played Mario RPG.
Mm-hmm.
RPG.
Who's your number 4?
My number 4 is probably a surprise for you, but it's Prince Fluff from Kirby's Epic Yarn.
Okay.
Now,
Wow.
I was planning to add in Yarn Kirby, but he's pretty much the same, because they have the same forms, and the reason I think he's a really cool character is because of all his transformations. Like, he can be a like sack when he falls, and he can be a parachute, and all those. And then we have those grand forms, like the big mecha monster thing you get at the end of some levels. And I think that would be a pretty cool final smash, and I don't know, I think the Epic Yarn series deserves some kind of credit, because, well, it's a different Kirby game, but I definitely think it's a great Kirby game, even though it's different and very easy.
I don't know. It kind of sounds like he would do better as an assist trophy with those transformations. I can't technically see him as an actual fighting character per se. I don't know. He just sounds better as an assist trophy, like with his transformations. Like when he's chosen, he takes one of the forms and just wrecks stuff.
Yeah, I was thinking about like function, like, I didn't like Mr. Game & Watch, so he got that fire thing.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
You got that
I
yarn,
can see that.
a string of yarn with the star at the end of it, that general attack in Epic Yarn, and
Okay. My number 4 is actually not a playable character. He is a character that I think should be used as a boss fight if they're going to do another story mode for the next game. Everyone's favorite Star Fox villain, Andros. The reason why I think Andros would make an interesting boss fight, just like in the games, he could be a three-stage fight. Like, as his health gets lower, he'll lose a hand, and when both hands are lost, you then have to go for the head. And I could see him trying some interesting attacks in a boss pattern, so yeah, why not? And he's a pretty famous Nintendo villain that hasn't really gotten much respect as of late. He's kind of been forgotten. I want to see him be brought back in that kind of form. So, that's my number 4. What is your number 3?
Number 3 is, it's kind of 3 characters, but it's same time one. It's Link's 3 transformation forms. You know, from Majora's Mask. You get the Sora Link, Goron Link, and Deku Link. Now, when I think of this, I think it would function kind of like, Pokemon trainers, like Squirtle is the little fast guy, I like the Deku Link, and Charizard is the big and strong one, like Goron, and Ivysaur is like kind of both, like Sora. And I think it'd be pretty cool, like how Deku Link got he got the spit bubbles and the spinning, and is little and fast, and Sora Link got the Sora ranks, which I think is pretty cool. And Goron Link can roll, like rollouts to Jigglypuff, and he's very strong, and I think too these characters deserve some credit, because Majora's Mask is, I've never played the game, but I've seen a playthrough of the whole game, and I think this should be it looked like the best Zelda game ever made, both story-wise and gameplay-wise. So I think they should give in credits, and I think a Majora's Mask 3D is coming soon on 3DS, and this would be a good way to promote that game.
God.
And also, I think it was Final Smash, Fierce Deity Mask. You know what the Fierce Deity Link is?
I know.
Yeah, that would be a pretty good Final Smash, I think. Yeah, that's my number 4. Oh, no, number 4. That's my number 3. What's your number 3?
I'll give you credit. That is an interesting choice. But my number 3 is probably one that not many people will see coming. But Lanky Kong from Donkey Kong 64. Now, I know he's technically not a Nintendo character anymore, but he's only appeared on a Nintendo console, not anywhere else yet. So for now, he's still a Nintendo character in my eyes. And if you know Lanky Kong, you know he's got the stretchy arms and the crazy movements. So I think those could be used to an interesting effect. Like, he could be a ranged fighter even though he only uses his fists, kind of like Snake is a weapon user. Lanky could be the kind of joke character with weird movements, the handstand for his run. And I think his Final Smash could be his grape shooter thing, where the grape blowpipe, where he just climbs into a tree or something and just starts shooting people, sending grapes into their faces. It would be pretty entertaining, personally. So that's my number 3. What's your number 2?
My number 2 is not much of a character, but it's an kind of idea. It's the me, M-E-E, actually, or I. It's the me, for the Wii menu. You like that custom payload, that character.
Okay.
You know that, right?
I know about it.
I know there's endless of possibility. Actually, if you think of it, what if you got each me character got a moveset depending on the heights or the weights? Or you can customize your moveset with them, or I think it'd be pretty cool to see him fighting with the me. I know they got it in Mario Kart, you can play with your me in Mario Kart, and I think it'd be pretty cool in Super Smash Bros. Especially how, probably a cool thing would be if you get a random moveset based on your height or something, or your weight. I think that would be pretty cool,
Yeah, but with so many different combinations, that would be almost a game in and of itself.
Yeah, I wasn't thinking the pen, or they could at least, they didn't have to make it that big, depending on each, or very specific, like if you got 10 to 20 heights and something like that. They don't have to make so much possibilities, just that they combine thing. Yeah, but let's say if the kicking 20 kicking moves and 20 hand moves, and they combine those, and it just turned out to a lot of combinations and all. I don't know. I think it's pretty cool to see my me go around and fight in Brawl or Smash Bros.
That's true.
So, and
kind of hard to pull off, but I will give you credit. That is an interesting idea.
Yeah, I've seen it somewhere else too, but I come up with idea, and I've seen a lot of people come up with idea, but
yeah,
I think it's pretty cool idea. Very cool too. And your number 2?
My number 2 is again not an actual playable character, but you know how in each Smash Brothers game they add different Pokemon as Pokeballs? Like you don't often see the same Pokemon appear twice.
Yeah.
An idea I'm having is, like, at random, one of the members of the Eevee family pops out of the Pokeball, and depending on which Eevee or Evolution comes out, you get a different attack, like Flareon with Flamethrower, Glaceon with Blizzard, Leafeon with Razor Leaf, so on and so forth. And Eevee would just come out and run across the screen like Meryl does, just tackling whatever is in its path. I'm a big fan of the Eevee family, and that would be kind of cool to see. Just them implement the different evolutions in the Pokeball. So, as cool as that would be to see, that is not the biggest thing I want to see. But what is your biggest thing that you want to see?
Yeah, my biggest thing of the Nintendo characters is the one Pokemon. It's a Pokemon, and it's probably my favorite Pokemon, or one of my favorites, and that is none other than Zoroark. And the reason I wanted to add is because, if you remember, Lucario was the first ever, I think it was the first ever, confirmed 4th generation Pokemon, and that made it kind of special and had a own movie. And the same, it actually exactly the same for Zoroark, so the possibility is very high for them to add him, and I think kind of Zoroark's moveset, if you play Sonic Unleashed, you know how the Werehog's arms, how his moveset goes.
Yep.
You just stretchy arms.
Yep. Kind of like Lanky.
Yeah, but without the stretchy arm, just how he moves, because how he slashes arms and his attack when he slaps to the ground, and
yeah,
I think those moves will be pretty cool. And I mean, I was thinking about it, how they could add a illusion ability of Zoroark.
That could be his final smash. He could use the illusion ability to transform into whoever's closest to him, and then use that person's final smash.
Yeah,
that would be kind of interesting.
Cool. I was thinking like if we could illusion ability, that would be cool, but yeah, especially for a final smash, that could be cool too. But I prefer to fight the Zoroark as a normal battle. And I think it's very cool how his arms are, and his Shadow Claw, and all the moves he has, like Shadow moves, and I think Shadow and Dark types are the coolest type in Pokemon series, so I definitely wanted the Dark type in this game too. And I was thinking about having Meowth as my top 10, because it's kind of like Zoroark. He has sharp claws, and his assist, Pokeball assist in Brawl. How he throws, like, use Payday or whatever it was. I think that would be a pretty cool move too.
Yeah.
But anyway, that's my top number 1 most wanted character for the Nintendo. And what's yours?
Now, I thought long and hard about this for quite a few minutes. We've had a lot of sword wielders. We've had a lot of people who use other kinds of weapons. We've had many characters who use guns. We have also had many characters who fight barehanded. What we have yet to see is a character that rocks the axe. And with that in mind, the number 1 character that I would like to see in the next Smash Brothers game we've had Marth and Roy in Melee. We've had Marth and Ike in Brawl. I think instead of Ike showing up again, we should have Hector from Fire Emblem Blazing Sword. Main reason, come on, with his big size, he could be another one of those slow but powerful characters, but he his axe is probably the best. He's probably the best character in any not Final Fantasy, Fire Emblem game before Ike made his debut. So I think as a good throwback, since they added Lyn as an assist trophy for Brawl, they could take it a step further and make Hector actually playable, and his final smash could probably be him bringing out his strongest axe and delivering a series of blows, kind of like how Ike does the Great Aether in the air. Like Hector could be like he swings his axe down, and if he knocks someone into the ground, he delivers a series of blows and then uses a mighty swing to knock them out of the ground and then, hit a home run. That might be kind of interesting as a final smash for him. And honestly, it would be really cool to see an axe wielder in a Smash Bros. Game because I don't think that's ever been done yet.
Nah, I'm not really a fan of the slow and powerful types. I really like the fast and small and fast, but that axe idea, pretty much, I think that's pretty cool. Have an axe murderer in Brawl.
Yep. Axe murderer.